What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. It's a late night. I guess it's not really that late. I guess it is. Some people say it's late, but I kind of don't sleep much. I work all the time. That's my thing. So, yes. So, Trump has stripped the security clearances of Pam Spiegel. What's going on? Yep, Harley Green. What's happening? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Worked a lot today, so I was going to do a live earlier, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because a bunch of other stuff popped up, so we're going to be digging into it. What's up, Surviving with Terry? Good to see you, brother. Crazy Flucka. You gotta have to be careful because YouTube is like, if he says one F word, I'm going to demonetize this video. And they will too. Like, I seen this one video. It popped up on Twitter. It was a bunch of non-white kids, and most of them were under the age of 21. They're all waving around guns. They're smoking blunts. And like 50 or 87,000 IRS agents that are just kind of floating around, guys. Can you look into reasons why they've got like $50,000 in cash and they're just waving it all around on top of that? And YouTube doesn't demonetize those people. What's up, Carrie? And if I say one F word, video demonetized. I have to go back and edit it out, let it out, come back in, lose all the monetization on it, hope for the best. But these people, these little young kids can say cuss words, wave blunts around, wave guns around, have thousands of dollars in cash, millions of views. It's the wildest thing I've ever seen. All right. So anyways, we're going to talk about Trump firing the Perkins Coie people. The Perkins Coie people that were Perkins Coie, by the way, extremely massive ties to what's the damn guy's name? Little fat guy. Anyways, he did a lot of heavy lifting for the lefties when they wanted to keep any of the stuff coming out for the election in 2020. I can't remember that guy. We're going to get into it, though. Melinda Baker, hello to you for the first. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. First, and you're in Oklahoma. Well, I apologize. You had to see me. Yep. You were like, oh, no, I've seen his memes, but now I'm looking at the dude. Oh, back to the memes. Sorry. Didn't mean to disappoint. Oh my goodness. So anyways, we're going to have a little bit of fun this evening. It's late. You know, I'm no Benny Johnson, but we'll do my best. How about that there? How about that, Melinda? Or can we shoot just right out of the bar of Benny Johnson? Maybe even ride in the same vehicle as Salty just a little bit? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm just letting people roll in while we kind of goof off a little bit. Drinking a little coffee. 10 o'clock coffee, guys. 10 o'clock coffee, guys. Still in my uniform because I didn't leave the shop today till 7 p.m. And ate some dinner, sat with the wife and watched TV for a little bit while she fell asleep. And I said, honey, I got to get on the inner zones. I said, I was real busy yesterday and I should have got something done today. She says, okay, honey, I love you very much. She does. I've got a great wife. Let's see here. Perkins Coie. When I think of Perkins, nasty, dirty butt lawyers. Yeah. Yeah, right. Bust it out, Carrie. Go on and get that late night coffee. And then turn the microphone down when you got to do a coffee fart. You know, you drink that big swallow and you kind of hit you and you go, you know, a little bit of that. Hey, check this out for all you mechanic guys out there. Whenever you got to poop, that's your poop piston coming up the top dead center. If you know what I'm talking about, like if you're checking a motor for compression, you put your finger in the spark plug hole and you bump the motor till the air comes out. You know. Anyways, Mark Elias, thanks, Don. Little fat tubby Mark Elias, thank you, dude. That's who it was. Yeah, he works for that Perkins Coie. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so here we go. Let's dig into this. I see people too. I can see the numbers like on the screen above me of people tuning in and people tuning out. And they come in and they go, "Oh crap, that's what the dude looks like that does the memes. Son of a gun!" And they tune back out. It's pretty funny. Oh no, he's talking about a poop piston. What the hell? What kind of news network have I gotten myself into here? I'm talking about like when you don't know anything. Chloe, I'm sorry, you never worked on a motor and checked the compression with your finger before, but whenever you got a fart, you obviously are displacing air. Same thing that happens when a piston comes at the top dead center. So whenever you fart, and that's your poop piston coming down your old butthole until it makes a little bit of compression, and of course it has to be released. And how good are your rings? Ha ha! Are your cylinder walls worn out? Yeah, definitely good for Trump. Okay, back to the news. All right. So, no more people left. They're like, I'm not doing this. All right. Trump stripped security clearances of employee at Perkins Coie and the DNC law firm linked to Hillary Clinton and the bogus Russia Dossier. By the way, right now, as we speak, Princess Raven's YouTube channel is firing off. They're playing really good music. I'm shooting myself in the foot over here. Go over there and watch her instead of me. But if you check out Princess Raven on YouTube right now, you actually can tune in and tell them I sent you there. Anyways, good. She's an awesome chick. And Stormbringer's in there too. He's an awesome dude. Yeah, Stormbringer, if you're in here, they're going to think it's you're a chick. I'm sorry, because you got a chick name. Where'd you go? Oh, Will Brooks, what's going on? Yes. Yep, we love Will Brooks, and we also Stormbringer as well. He's a really cool dude. And they're all over there on Princess Raven's channel right now as we speak, hanging out, playing awesome music. And so, yeah. All right. So these people with Perkins Coie are some dookie face people. Now that we've made our YouTube live stream based on puke, they've come up with all kind of stuff. The Russia. That in case somebody knows, that was coined off because Trump was mocking all the lefties. That's all they talked about. What about Trump in Russia? The dossier, the Russia hoax, the Russia. Well, they never said hoax, but not to mention that that stupid Mark Elias, who worked really, really hard to suppress any attempt to try to bring forth what happened in 2020. And it's kind of like a weird thing that it's actually gotten to the point where nobody saw anything and they let Biden just be president. And then on top of that, we're going to talk about, the totally not legitimate signatures that were signed by a robot on behalf of Biden. And, I was listening to InfoWars today when Harrison Smith was talking about it. The poor guy couldn't think of one instance where Biden didn't know. He said, I know Biden has done stuff he didn't know he did. And I can't think. I was like, dude, it was the natural gas agreement where that, we were exporting natural gas to these countries and doing our economy some big numbers. And then it was, and see the globalists, their plan was to destroy our economy, because that's what will take out America, destroy the economy. And so when they seen what has happened to my thing here? Have I lost signal? What happened here? There we go. My chat's froze over here, so I don't know what's going on. Is it working? Do I got audio? I'm using dollar store internet. Yeah. Anyways, the globalist plan was to destroy this country. And so to do so, they needed to have an economy that was going to fail. And Biden actually, I remember him talking about this. He said, we're gonna start exporting our natural gas. And I was like, because I was a little bit weary on that, because that was when it was cold and I used natural gas to heat my house. I was like, you dang, man, don't do that. We're going to run out of gas because these people, anyways. But it was a strong point, and so there were people behind the scenes that signed away the agreement for that. That said, oh no, you can't. I can't highlight tweets right now because I can't even see it. Our tweets or the comments, because I've got it's froze over here on my StreamYard until it finally fixes itself. So please don't think I'm ignoring you guys. And the globalist leftist elite actually went in there and executive order signed that behind Biden's back. And he goes, do you remember I did a video and talked about, it was Speaker Mike Johnson. He goes, I needed to get to talk to Biden. And I was several months went by before I finally, finally able to get to Biden. And when I did, it was like an ambush because he had all of the team members there. He had the squad. You had Nancy Pelosi and all these people. Of course, you remember that video. I did it. You guys watched it. And whenever it was brought to Biden's attention by Speaker Mike Johnson, said, "Why'd you sign away our natural gas agreement?" He goes, "I didn't do that. I didn't do that." And and Johnson shows him the thing. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so now they're looking into a lot of other documents, then executive orders that were signed. One of them being, and I'll show you we'll get to that. I'm jumping. I get all over the place. I got ADD, so I can't help it. Start talking a lot. One of the things is all these clemencies to these people that were like violent criminals. Did Biden know he did that? It's kind of a thing. Let's see here. There we go. Look, it's back. It's working. Yes, it's working. Oh, good gracious, it's working. There we go. Oh, thanks, Surviving with Terry. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, sure enough. It's sort of working. But thanks for the my Mohawk. My Mohawk is running on limited time, by the way. Oh, Lunachick, what's going on? I'm trying to keep up with everything from two different things. Good evening to you, by the way. Yeah, I love that name. I do, because can I just take a stab in the dark and say that's some 90s? You're into some 90s stuff like me. I'm an 80s and 90s, but that's the Lunachick kind of reminds me of that. Anyhow, some of the girl punk that was coming up that was actually fire, like L7. Does anybody remember who L7 is? I bet you nobody can recall that group. Pretend that we're dead. That was one of their hit songs back in the 94, 93, L7. Which was just 7 lesbians, I think is what it was. But anyways, I don't know. Good stuff it was. So anyways, let me go to this article here. Have a good time here. So it says, you love to see it. President Trump on Thursday stripped security clearances of employees at the DNC from the law firm Perkins Key. Recall that Hillary Clinton and the DNC paid law firms Perkins Key. How long can I keep that up? More than $1 million to hire opposing research firm Fusion GPS to peddle the bogus Trump-Russia dossier during the 2016 election. Remember whenever Rashida Tlaib was like something about Trump's erection or something, and she was talking about it anyway. So they got a thing. They're pissed off, big mad right now about the recent press conference thing that Trump, or the one that was done the other day, a couple of days ago. I didn't get to watch the new one today. I didn't have time. But if you recall, and I recall, it says that Hillary Clinton and the DNC paid law firms Perkins Q more than this, like all this money. The former British spy Christopher Steele, which sounds like a brand of a dildo. Buy the new Christopher Steele and drive your wife wild because you can't do it with your own penis. Anyways, compiled over a dozen memos alleging the Russians had blackmail on Trump and that his associates were conspiring with the Kremlin with the 2016 election. It's almost like, what, man, Russia took a beating. If I was Russia, I would throw an extra nuke over there to Ukraine just for good measure for all the crap that the United States has done to those people, man. My gosh. For us not having an Iron Dome, they sure haven't. We've been lucky. I'm just saying. Because in my eyes, I'm thinking, man, if I was Russia and all that smack that the United States have been talking, dude, I would shove a missile right up the U.S. butt. I don't hate America. I hate the elites that have hijacked our country. I love America. I think this is a beautiful place and very much worth saving. That's why I do this YouTube channel, by the way. It's definitely not for the money, but long story short, bullets. Oh, I'm reading the comments on my phone, but yeah, L7, and what was that? There was a couple other really fun girl groups. Not 4 Non-Blondes, by the way. That was not. I don't know what the hell that was, but anyhow, that was the beginning of when they were starting to force really crappy things down our throat. They were like, you're going to like this crappy music, because everybody's like, well, this music's crap. But they said, don't worry, it's all going to be crap, and you're going to get used to it. And that way, when we make something not as crappy, you'll actually like it. And that's what they did. But anyhow, I've lost my place in thought here because I'm kind of retarded. Okay, I'll be calling away my family and just move the trailer redneck style, so I'll be back as soon as I can. If not, y'all have a great night. Wait a second. Okay, I'm being called away by family. We just moved a trailer redneck style. Surviving with Terry, I don't know if you're still in here or not, but I got my start owning my own home when a trailer park owner, a guy who owned a trailer park, was updating the trailers. And I used a 1974 F-350 Ford with a 390 Granny Gear 4-speed and a homemade flatbed. And the guy said, if you can move these two trailers, you can have them, because he was paying somebody like $1,500 to move each trailer. And I said, well, I'll just move them for free. I want one to live in, because people were living in them. They just were really old. They're like 1970 model trailers. He said, fine, take them. And I gave one to a buddy of mine. He made a party shack out of it. And the other one I moved to a lot that my buddy owned and paid him $100 a month for lot rent. But I moved it myself, set that B up myself, wired that thing up myself, moved it all with my own old ass truck. And when I had to get it where I needed to be, I didn't have no swing and hitch. I had to jack the trailer back up, take it off the hitch, and reposition the truck, and then put it back on. So I backed it right up to the old front porch from the prior trailer that was there. Yes, sir. I've been there. I don't know if you're still here. Survive with Terry, but it's a very inspiring story. That was my first home ownership. I didn't own a lot, but I owned my own home, and then I worked my way up from there to where I bought my own 4 acres of land with some money that was handed down to me from an inheritance from a family. And then I married this beautiful woman that I'm with now. With her credit and my working and her working ethic, we bought this really nice house. But anyway, it's a little bit of a story about me. Yeah, Chloe. I had video of that years ago, but I don't know what I've done with it. Yep. 12 by 70 up against a little bitty. And the truck that I used, I bought it from a guy. I'm the third owner of that truck. It was used to haul a big old ice box that the guy delivered food in back in the day. But anyways, we're talking about news. Okay, so Trump screwed everybody over at Perkins Coie. That's a big win. Okay. This is something I've talked about, and I'm just kind of interjecting some of my own thoughts other than me moving that mobile home. When Trump was, I was like, I don't know if we'll get Trump elected. Even though I've worked really hard, I was like, this is going to be a hard mountain to climb. Even what's her name? That dude from Achy Breaky Heart, his daughter, Hannah Montana. Even when Hannah Montana said this is going to be a mountain, I got to climb this mountain, I was like, we're going to get Trump elected. I hope so. But I said, even if we get him elected, his effectiveness is going to be severely hampered by the deep state and their really necessity to hijack everything, which we're starting to see. We're starting to see major lawfare being promoted and produced by the deep state. Let's see here. I've got it too. Where are we at? This is me. No, wait, I got it. Because big judges, these big ass judges have been going around and flexing their muscles. And one of them is making Trump have to pay that U.S. aid. That's been a thing. And then you've got more of these people that have been hijacking things like this, like Pocahontas right here, guys. Pocahontas, everybody. Oh, God, this awful, atrocious woman.
I think it's pretty clear what Elon's play is here. He wasn't very subtle when he tweeted CFPB RIP. The next thing you know, his Doge team then locks the CFPB staff out of their own building. That was Act 1. Now he wants Act 2. He wants Congress to block this CFPB rule. So what will Elon get out of it if the rule is blocked? Well, he will get a clear runway for his payment app without having to worry about whether there's a cop on the financial beat who would catch him if he rips off customers who use his new app. But this is really a 3-part play, not just a 2-part play. Act 1 was closing down the CFPB so that the financial cops were shut out, at least for a while. Act 2 is the part we see now, with Elon rolling back a rule that when the cops are back on the beat, a financial cop could use to use that rule to go after Elon if he breaks the law.
She's about to get real wild. This is going to be Maxine Levels Water of accusations. I got a video of Maxine Waters saying that Elon Musk was involved in doing some weird stuff to the election in 2024. Everybody knows who Miley Cyrus. Yeah, I know. I couldn't remember her name, Miley Cyrus, but yeah, I called her Hannah Montana. You guys are awesome out there. Her dad's nuts, by the way. Now he's went to a level, Jim Morrison style of like crazy mess. And we're talking about lunatics in the comment section, by the way. What about the Plasmatics? What's her name? Vicky O. Wait a minute. What was her name from the Plasmatics? That chick, very talented. Dang, I tell you, she stole the show. Oh my gosh, Wendy O. Williams, that's who it was. Anyways, but you're gonna watch Pocahontas over here just get crazy. Watch this. This is wild.
Act 3 comes next week when Republicans try to move forward with legislation that will clear the decks for Elon to issue X money as his own stable coin without any guardrails to protect consumers, to protect national security, or to protect the financial stability of our economy. Put simply, Republicans are setting the stage for the richest man in the world to issue his own currency that competes with the US dollar. Act 1 protected all the scammers. Act 2 protects the Cash App scammers in particular. And Act 3, as currently drafted, will roll out the red carpet for Elon and Jeff and Mark and maybe a few other big tech billionaires to seize control of our money and payments, which underpins the entire economy.
I want to translate this. I want to translate what she just said. What is going on at this point is they understand that extremely massive amounts of corruption has been found to a level that's prosecutable, maybe, allegedly. And this is just, all they did was just untwist the little thing that holds the stuff on, that holds the cork that's got all the champagne behind it. Boy, when they start moving that cork to get that lid off that champagne bottle, you're going to see some crazy stuff happening. And I really think, in my opinion, at some point we may see a massive internet crash to be blamed on the Doge people, the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk and the team that are working there. But this will be blamed on them because they've been acclimating everybody for this. You keep hearing Jasmine Crockett say things like, "Get ready, because you ain't going to see your check. Users ain't going to seize your checks." By the way, Foster Kennel, they started forcing crappy things down our throat in the late 50s and early 60s. I love how, young man, and hopefully soon you will realize that most of what you're talking about and watching is theater. I'm going to try not to let this thing get hijacked into me actually discussing my opinion of the music industry and its ability to engineer societies and how globalist elites have infiltrated all forms of management and creativity of musicians so that they could facilitate them for their agenda, so that they could actually arrange trends and move people in a direction that they see fit for their necessary narratives through music, art, and entertainment. I won't go into that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I would have to say that the reason why I note those years of music is because that's when I started to notice things at my age. And yes, when you look back at how television shows were all laid out in the 50s and the 60s and how they were slowly engineering families to be no longer nuclear with the separation of family, that is definite. I see that. I've seen old television shows like Mother, Father, and all these television shows where, you know, you have the life situations of the nuclear family slowly but surely being changed. So I'm not supposed to go into that, but I'm glad that you said that. But I do want Foster Kennel to know that I fully support what he's saying, and you guys are just, by the way, awesome family out here. Oh man. Okay. So, but anyways, Jasmine Crockett is an interesting case all to herself when it comes to engineering society, arranging narratives, and through all different forms of media. Because what you got to have is you got to have everybody's got to have a token black guy, and Al Sharpton is aged out to where he's no longer relevant to the younger people. And the younger people are the people his age are sort of dying off. Some of them died of the cocaine that he administered to his community when he was selling off large quantities to be manufactured into crack so that it could be sold and then cause the crack epidemics in the neighborhoods that he was in charge of. But other than the ones that did survive are sort of dying off now because of their age and they're just getting out of it. So you've got to start a whole new Al Sharpton movement, and you're looking at the next token black woman, black they them, I guess, or she her, Jasmine Crockett. And what I mean by that is she's not as stupid as she puts out to be. Her voice, the way that she uses her code switching, it's not at all an accident. She's been, and I've said this before, but there's proof. She's been to Ivy League colleges that were $10,000 to $15,000, $30,000 a month colleges. She lived in an extremely rich neighborhood. She was a very, very well off and not at all suffering person. She has no idea what repression really is. She has no idea what it is to wear work clothes 24 hours a day because you can't afford real clothes. Can I press myself? I don't own pants because I can't afford them. But anyways, my chat thing's back working again. Andrew, is this the first time I have seen the viewer count match the likes on each other? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe, but dude, all I can say is thank you all for hitting that like button, dude. That's really good. I know you guys do it every time, but most times the YouTube just be like, F this dude. Al Qaeda has the Epstein files in Afghanistan. It's in that cave. It's in that cave with Barack Obama. I mean, Osama bin Laden. I remember CNN screwed that up. So what does Kamala? But they have no common sense. Well, okay. So here's the deal. Jasmine Crockett, like I said earlier, extremely educated to the max. She's actually she's so smart. She's probably got a really large, high degree in social, what do you call that? Like psychiatry, so, whatever they want to call it. She's like a shrink, probably knows a lot about that. And so she knows how to perform it. And she might be just a naturally manipulative person. Like some people don't have to go to be a high-ranking psychologist and psychoanalyst to manipulate people. Some people are just naturals at it. And so when you match that natural ability to be a manipulator, psychoanalyst without having to go to school, but go to school for it, oh my gosh, you got somebody that's... So she knows, she's like, I've got to rein in a community of people that aren't going to, like, they're just going to take things for face value because they like what they see. They're not going to worry about what's really out there. They're just going to build a brand. And she's actually brought in more people like her to work for her. And I got somewhere on my Twitters. Where am I at? I'm going to show you something, though. Let's see what she's going to reach out with some really, really completely false numbers. She has no idea what she's talking about, except for the fact she knows exactly what she's talking about. But she knows the people that she's speaking to aren't going to look into this. And whenever, like, say, for instance, people that don't have much of a life, they don't have much of an ambition to create, they just sort of sit on their phone all day. And just look at people on social media and videos. That's what they do. I've seen people that can consume their whole day sitting on a couch with their phone up to their face with their little finger just scrolling through 10 and 14 second shorts all day. There's a lot of seconds in the day, and they'll do that all day long. And so and a lot of these shorts are arranged through an algorithm that's set up by how the person, what they search and what they like. So she's going to say this.
If you really want to know who the criminals are in this country, you can Google it. You don't have to trust me. But the people that commit 80% of the most violent crimes in this country are white supremacists.
Let me make sure y'all got the facts. Most extreme crimes that take place in this country are committed by white supremacists.
Nobody's going to actually check. They're already filled with hate in their heart from the things that they've exposed themselves to and the grooming technique brought to you by algorithms. So even if they did actually research these numbers and find that what she was saying was BS, they're going to go as door number one anyways. That's definitely a given. Did anybody see John Fetterman actually speak out against what the Democrats did? Check this out.
Republicans have been very critical of Democrats today, saying they did not stand up enough for Trump's speech during certain moments.
I mean, I don't know why we can't fully celebrate. I mean, I have a 13-year-old myself, and I mean, thank God she's never had cancer. But I think that's something we could all celebrate. That, and I think it was a touching moment. And like I said, that's part of the best of the American experience.
Republicans have been very critical of Democrats.
Dude, I'm really digging this new version of John Fetterman, by the way. It's amazing. I love this new John Fetterman. This is the one they need to keep. We went through what, 3, 4 John Fettermans? How many John Fettermans did we go through, guys? Anybody know? Psychotherapist, psycho shrink. Yeah, I'm close enough. Yeah. Yep. Some people get bank. Fetterman is still a shield. Bankrupt fob. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while you hear good stuff. No, I'll point it out when I see it. I'm totally with you on that, dude. This is the third version too. I think is it Fetterman 3 or 2 or something like that. Oh, by the way, we were failed miserably by not just more than just. I did notice this. I didn't see Ketchup Brown, and the at the presidential Dressel thing. You seen the other justices, but I don't know where. I didn't even see Clarence Thomas. So I don't know. It might have been a thing. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want them all there at once. I don't know. But I didn't see. I don't think I seen him. But I know I didn't see Ketchup Brown. But Amy Coney Barrett let us down because that's a Trump-appointed Supreme Court. And don't get me wrong. It's just because Trump appointed or whoever appointed somebody. I want them to apply law. I don't want them to be favoritism because of certain people that were appointed, and because it just looks bad and that shows where justice isn't really justice if you see law bent because of favoritism. But I really think that I would have expected more out of Amy Coney Barrett considering her values and her Of course, they all say I'm going to protect the Constitution, but none of them actually don't even know anything about it, hardly. But Amy Coney Barrett, not dissenting, but she's one that actually helped to pass, or Trump is being supposedly forced to pay the $1.9 billion to U.S. aid. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot more to this thing. I feel like there's enough people that were supposed to get some of that money that lives are being threatened at this point. The phone calls have been made to certain phone numbers that don't exist and phone booths that aren't there in the middle of nowhere that have been answered by people that don't exist to tell these justices that if you don't fall in line and don't get this through, then we're gonna go after Fluffy, and you don't want us to take Fluffy out. So they've been had to a certain extent. Here's Amy Coney Barrett though. This is where I'm like, is it that or is she just that? Has she been on that social media so long? Watch how Amy Coney Barrett looks at Donald Trump. Look at this. There's no audio, but look at the face that she makes. You see that right there? She's not looking real nice. Doesn't look nice. That looks like those wheels are turning in that head of hers right there. Y'all can see this, right? I'm thinking maybe do I have it up right? Yeah. Like Fetterman is huge. Yeah, this lump beast. Dude, yeah. 73. Like I'm just going through the comment sections. Oh, wait a minute. Who's it? DB? What's going on? Good deal. Dennis Gillespie, what's happening? Tater bites. Like I say, guys. And it's Andrew. Is this the same Andrew or is this not? I haven't seen Andrew Bosniak. So I don't know. He's usually a moderator in here, but I haven't seen him. So AC Cruz, what's up? Bullet. Yeah. Wendy O. Williams. She looking mean. She looking vengeful. So I don't know if this was a choice that she made because she didn't like Trump, or is it because they were going to take Fluffy out? I don't know. Melinda Baker, Amy must be on the take now. Something. So I mean, I would. Ketanji Brown Jackson would just devote that way because it was something that would have favored Trump. She's like, I don't care if it's lawful or not. You ain't even got to pay me. I just hate Trump. And I'm wondering if that's what's up with Amy Coney Barrett. She might not be on the take. She could just hate Trump that much. Yeah, lunatic. I don't like Amy Coney Barrett from the jump. Yeah. There was something about her, and maybe Trump in its day he was trying to signal to the left that he was wanting to be, like, I'll put a bitch on there that's, kind of like iffy for you guys. Now shut up, leave me alone. But yeah. But that's her looking at Trump with a mean ass look, dude. That's just wild. That ain't good. And that set precedent for other things to come. If any of his cases make it to the Supreme Court, we may have problems, guys. At least we did dodge this bullet. Dang, I can't.
And the way that I see it also is that when we think about like these moments where we see things that are being taken, but also let's see it as nature abhors a vacuum. So where there's a vacancy, then let's fill it. Right?
She says, I got a vacancy in my pants. Anybody want to fill it? Like I say, she thought that she was going to be the new token black lady, but no, it's Jasmine Crockett.
And let's know that the reality is that the progress of our nation has always been about the expansion of rights, not the restriction of rights.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with her face, by the way? What's going on with that? And her hands. Did she learn how to speak from Tim Walz? Like, what do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do here. Or you never look, okay, I've been around. I know about the weeds. I know about the weeds. You're thinking, well, I'm just going to burn this big old doobie and I'm going to kick back. And then somebody comes pulling up that you don't want, like, oh crap. And you kind of got like this nervous kind of thing going on because you're real blistered and you don't want to really come off as blistered. Next thing you know, you're kind of waving your hands around like, and the people in front of you looking like, what the hell? This dude been hanging out with Kamala Harris? But she's known. It just came out. She has a serious drinking problem. And also she takes a lot of Xanax or Klonopins too. And so you mix those two together. And she's aged, man. Look at that face. Like I could show you a picture of her 10 years ago. And man, she was still like decent enough looking to, Montel was on that. But now you're lucky to get like William Shatner to hit on that now. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we seriously dodged a bullet with that. What was I going to show you guys? I got a bunch. There you go. Here's you some eye candy. Look, you want to talk about hot? She's feeling hot. Dude, this is a woman, I think.
The election was fought over the cost of living, and families who live paycheck to paycheck, concerned about whether or not they were going to be able to pay their bills, be able to pay for their health care, in some cases even putting food on the table. And the address tonight didn't address any of those issues about cost of living and the fact that people live paycheck to paycheck. And what we ought to be doing in the Congress is to make sure that we are helping people to secure an economic future for themselves and their families. I found the speech to be vengeful, revengeful, and instead of being lifting the hopes and the aspirations of people of the United States.
What the hell is wrong with that woman? First of all, not to mention she completely missed the dialogue of the Trump speech, which was anything but that, but it was lifting up. They had a 13-year-old non-white kid survived cancer since 2018, was only given 5 months to live, we had a Make-A-Wish Foundation right on. I mean, it's like you had it all. You had a Make-A-Wish Foundation where this kid, this is like, Maury Povich would make like gazillions of dollars off these episodes. I don't know who did Make-A-Wish stuff, but anyways. Then you had Trump that labeled a national wildlife refuge for a woman who had been slain by an illegal, and her family was there. He brought attention back to a wonderful, brave soul who protected their family from gunfire as an attempted assassination took place. Was man enough, had a testosterone enough, had balls big enough to lay his body and protect his family. And somehow or another that's vengeful. I don't know. I'm not really sure how this works. Other than the fact that he pointed out all the Democrats who facilitated the largest open border thing and caused the world's largest on purpose human trafficking thing to take place. That might have been what pissed him off. That could have, when you do a lot of human trafficking and get called out for it, you tend to get a little bit upset. I wanted to thank, by the way, I wanted to thank Andrew for that really sweet comment. Thank you very much. I do my best, man. I'm just an auto working guy trying to bring out what I sees out there. Thank you very much. That's really encouraging words, dude. But like, check this out. Another thing I noticed about this video is when I was a kid, people used to use real microphones. Look at this. This is a real microphone. I don't know if you can see this or not because I got the thing flipped the other way, but it's a whole big ass microphone. What the hell? Bob Barker would slap this woman across the parking lot for her coming out here with this little stupid, trying to be like Gen Z, running around with a Tampax thing for beginners microphone. What is up with that? And by the way, not to mention the rest of the thing holding it. I'm just saying, what the heck? What kind of like went to the Goodwill and bought everything off the shelf so that you could sleep on a park bench on a 30-degree night, homeless looking woman whose cat probably feeds off of her feet because of the fact the circulation is poor and she can't feel it, but the cats just keep eating on her toes. Heck is going on over here? I don't get it.
Of how we move forward as the great nation that we are, what the vision for our future was. It devolved into just vindictiveness and self-adulation on behalf of Donald Trump. It did not address the issue of unchecked billionaires like his friend, ally, and Elon Musk. It was not a speech befitting a great world leader or a great president of the United States.
Was it? Hey, Melinda Baker, she probably uses it for something else. She can't stand men. Just saying. No, her age, she's used the thing as a pure wick. Probably has a little tube that hooks to it and a little pump that's on the side table. It's not even a microphone, ma'am. That's your pure wick thingy. I don't know. I'll just speak into it anyways. It's like, somebody come dump my pee-pee bucket on the end of my nightstand. I'm looking for 4 people who will sign off on a 501c3 organization that can donate to the UA, launder money legally, just to have my call center. That's funny. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh my goodness. She's crazy. Oh, look at this. I got more news articles, but I just need to quit going on Twitter for a little bit. But this is propaganda. You think for 1 second this is a real video? You think this is real? You think this dude's on the battleground? He blows into the camera to make sure he lets you know it's cold. He's got his little, he's got his little breath. You can see his breath. It gives you a really sad face, struggle face. Make sure I get the smoke in there. Things like that. That's not real. That's a propaganda video brought to you by Hollywood itself. There's been a lot of videos leaked of people taking videos of people getting all made up. There's Ukrainian girls out there on the battlefield. They'll put makeup on their face to give it the smut necessary. They are pulling the emotions of people for this. This is probably one of the most obvious propaganda videos I've seen in a long time, with the music and all that. Oh, TikTok too. That's not real. Do you remember whenever the whole thing started with Ukraine and next thing you know, they were like, wow, that looks like a video game. That looks like video. What was it? Doom or something? What kind of it? And it was, they used like video off of a video game and tried to pass that off to, of course, they know the old people ain't playing none of that stuff. So they got to throw it on CNN so old people can be like, look at what they did. Look at the big aircraft. Ooh, I'm like, yeah, what? Like, oh, dude, you're American. Why do you talk like Ukrainian? I don't know. I just don't do very good impressions of anybody. I do the best I can. But these people will fall for this every single time. I know. Where did the damn ghost? I was thinking about that the other day when I was closing the back door on the porch. I was like, where'd that ghost to Kiev go? And I was closing the back door on the porch. It's like, why am I even thinking about that? But I just don't forget stuff like that, dude. They put out some of the most egregious, in-your-face propaganda for this Ukraine thing to try to pull at the heartstrings of dumb, stupid lefty people. And like I said, right now there's some girl on there, like on TikTok, going, "Oh my God, look at him! He is so brave and so tough. The Ukrainians just fight so hard to be such a little country." Like, ma'am, you're from America. Why'd you roll your tongue? I don't know. My illegals free. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Salty's out right now. He's on vacation, so I get to steal some of his viewers. Hopefully, I love Salty though. He's a good dude. Really is. What a wonderful. He's done a lot for the conservative movement. Even when there were times when we were taking those losses, he kept morale up. So I give him. He's a good dude. I give Salty credit. Unlike Benny Johnson and other people who are too good to do anything or say anything. But yeah, you're looking at a big propaganda network that's back up and running again now ever since that Trump threw damn Zelensky out on his ass. Oh, wait a minute. Where's it at? Oh, man. I got us a Maxine Waters thing. Let's look at some Maxine Waters stuff. Boom. Yes. Look at this Maxine Waters stuff. Election denier Maxine Waters has suggested that Elon Musk may have tampered with the 2024 presidential election. This is where, by the way, Maxine Waters has been hanging out with Jasmine Crockett. And you know how, whenever, if you've got a daughter and she's been hanging around with some of the bad folk and you're like, you need to get away from Cassandra or that Tiffany chick. She's not a good influence because, she comes in the house and starts using slang words. You're like, I can tell you've been hanging around Katrina. Anyways, here's Maxine Waters as she's been hanging around Jasmine Crockett a little bit too much.
Turned it over to him. And we don't know everything that Elon Musk has done with his high technology ass. We don't.
Ooh, his high technology ass. His high technology ass. But I get done with this, I'm going to give Al Sharpton a blowjob.
Don't know what he's being accused of by some, as it may relate to the election. But we're not going to give up in investigating and finding.
What's she going to investigate? What's she going to investigate? I mean, really?
Him. And we don't know everything that Elon Musk has done with his high technology ass.
Good thing she's wearing red lipstick to, that really, shows where her, youth and vitality and sexuality. Oh. She's like, I might be old. My mouth don't. It still works. I'm like, oh, Maxine Waters, please don't quit DMing me. Please stop. Just please. Oh my goodness. Another thing, the ghoul. You've been called a ghoul, and she ain't got no lips. Nicole Wallace, she's big mad because she ain't got no lips, and she's gonna take it out on a 13-year-old boy because he wants to be a police officer. This is the chick. If her and Caitlin Collins started to make out, they would knock their teeth out because there'd be nothing in between to keep anything from like clacking around in there. They'd be like clack, 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 and you say, "Oh, my tooth is gone." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what you get for two people with no lips trying to kiss. It just doesn't work like that." Now stop. Anyways, she's going to say that she hopes that the 13-year-old that wants to be a police officer doesn't become a Capitol police officer and have to defend the Capitol against a bunch of wild Trump supporters, and then ends up getting really depressed because of the fact that, it was such a tragic event that we commit suicide. That's what she said. It's like, really? Okay. So, because of that statement, Nicole Wallace's ratings has cratered. Now trails behind the Food Network show, trailing behind the Food Network show. And I would figure that the Food Network was doing better than that, considering the fact you had Lizzo and that Dank DeMoss. But of course, most of them never cooked anything. They went to a Taco Bell and be like, "How much does it cost for everything? Do you have a discount if I got everything on the menu?" And they'll say, Well, no. Well, no, fine. I'm fine. Just give me everything. I'll take it all. Like, Anyways, but Nicole Wallace has attached her rating, has watched her ratings crater since Donald Trump's decisive reelection, and now being beaten by a show on the Food Network. And as she flounders, her Trump derangement syndrome has left her a ghoul willing to attack a pediatric cancer victim in order to score political points. Yep. And so now she's suffering that. This stupid woman. See, this is some of the more later articles I found today, and I was going to talk about. And just like I say, just at the shop, it was hectic. Starlink not allowed in South Africa because I'm black. Like, well, Elon said this? No joke. Elon coming out of the corner swinging, and I'm thinking to myself. If I share it, you'll see what I'm talking about there. I didn't have it shared. Here it goes. Boop. It's about time we start race baiting on our side. What do you think? Is it cool? Can we do that? Is that a thing? Yeah. Salted Cracker Baby Mama has hit me with more censorship access on Facebook. I still, yeah. Let's, thanks for the future. Oh, yeah. Their salty live streams get, yeah, they do. I'd have to figure out, him and I have a lot of similarities. So I have to figure out a way not to sound like him. Not because I want to be like him, but just that I do videos like I'll do a video, then he'll do the exact same one. And it's not because he looks at my content or for the other way. It's just that him and I are on the same level a lot of the times. And I really could have to watch my mouth. I have to make sure that what I say doesn't sound like him, but even though we're on the same page. I'm telling you guys, if we did a live stream together, we just wouldn't get along because we're too much alike. They'd be like, them boys can't get along for nothing in the world because we're too much alike. But a big fan of him, I am. It makes me laugh, and I love his stuff. So yeah, she looks like her face is melting. Oh, I'm getting through the comments over here. I hate to see drunk Snapchats. Ooh, yeah. But anyways, can we do this? Can we do heck on Facebook tells my second home. I got put in there the other day when everyone was talking about Ukraine, because it was somebody put in there a thing about something. It was some soldier or something, and I was like, well, y'all started it. And I was like, boop, and the Facebook jail I went. And they did. If you know your history about what happened with Ukraine, even though the United States told them to do it, they technically went and did it. Didn't matter if they, well, if the United States told you to jump off a bridge, would you do that? It's just one of the things, it was Ukraine that did it. They did the whole thing with the thing, and it started with them, even though, like I said, the United States kind of got in there and was like, hey, guy, do this, dumbass. And so, It's wild, man. And but anyway, so Elon Musk, I say, can we race bait on our side now? Are we allowed to do that? Because we get it all the time. Like, because I'm black, you ain't gonna hire me because I'm black, and you won't let me drive your car because I'm black. You want me to pay up front? No, it's because you suck. I had a customer say it to me one time. Because I'm black, you want me to pay up front? Pay half you want me to make a deposit because I'm black? I'm like, no. It's because I've never worked on your car. And you give me the vibes like you're a piece of trash. I didn't say that, but I just said because I've never done any work for you before, and it was a very expensive part I had to buy, and I want to be sure that when I get it, that at least I get half the money up front for the part, because it might take a while for you to come and get it, and I'll be stuck with the part. I didn't say it's because you make me feel like you're a piece of trash. Why? Because I'm black? No. It's because you just make me feel like you're going to do something crappy. White people do me like that too. You should be here. Try this. They don't listen though. Anyways, Starlink is not allowed to operate in South Africa because I'm black, Elon Musk says. Let's see what I haven't clicked on this. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know what's going to happen here. What's going to happen? This is also, I don't know what this is.
Race-based laws in South.
Oh, wait a minute.
140 race-based laws in South Africa, all anti-white. And 8 days ago, Cyril Ramaphosa, our president, signed into law, and just hear these three words: expropriation without compensation. And this is just the straw that broke the camel's back. There's been endless laws, anti-white, boiling us like a frog in a bowl. And all I can say is thank you, America, and thank you, Donald Trump, for taking notice, because we are on the edge of the socialist abyss.
So how do you guys get out of this? Obviously, there's a complex racial history there. How do you reverse some of this? I mean, that's an awful lot of laws, and
I don't think we can internally.
It's another country that's not America, but trends are trends, and they're like going around right now as we speak. Killing off white farmers, saying "kill the boar, kill the boar," and well, I just realized my microphone volume was like way down. Oh, they're like, man, that's no. How was that volume of mine anyways? Was it really low? Should have checked that a long time ago. How many 4.3? Oh wait, how many? Hey man, my 4.3 93 Chevy idle is a bit high. What do you suggest? Throttle body gasket. A 93 is still a TBI motor, and where the throttle body is bolted to the intake, a lot of the times those things are notorious for burning out right there, and they'll run fine because that kind of does it slowly, so the motor kind of compensates for it. It learns with the to kind of like make up for it, and the idle control valve can't close off enough. It can close off all the way and still be pulling air from under that throttle body. Another thing too, real quick, to check for on a 4.3 is most time some redneck goes in there and screws with the distributor and doesn't realize there's a bypass connector like right underneath the glove box of the dash, a brown and white wire with a plug-in that's kind of made into the harness. If it's never been broke loose, you got to take a little piece of tape off and you'll see it. And then sometimes it's on the firewall, like around the back on the left-hand side where the passenger side of the engine is breaking out of the wire harness. It's going to be there under that dash, but that thing needs to be disconnected and the timing needs to be set dead zero. And then you shut the switch back off, connect it back up. Big difference, huge difference. Check those two things real quickly. I find that more often than anything. Burn out a throttle body gasket, or somebody screwed with the distributor and got the timing all way off, and it's just all whack. Yeah, exactly. Vacuum leak, right? That's where that throttle body gasket sort of burns out. While you got a throttle body, I'll fix it. Go ahead and clean that port out for that PCV valve, because they all stop up on that 4.3 and the 5.7 too, by the way. Anyways, yeah, Africa's in a big way, kind of like, really. Crazy effer. You are the man over here. Listen to you. Yeah. Good deal, man. Look, by the way, ladies, if you're in this chat, you're in here with some real men. I don't know if you can handle that or not, but we don't put our hair in man buns. We don't wear skinny jeans. And no, we don't lower the back of our truck and raise to the front. Yes. If you can handle that or not, but that's what we do here. We fix things. See that toilet over there? I'll change that wax ring and not even make a cough. Ugh. Anyways. Back to oh yeah. So they're killing white farmers off in Africa. And there's black people in Africa that are slaves. It's really strange. It is a strange place over there. So you, Jasmine Crockett, go ahead, go home. Just go home. See what happens. Oh my goodness. Is there a video for this? Yeah, here we go.
Mal lived in total luxury and hedonism. He had a dozen custom-built homes scattered.
That's an educational
Introducing the Unda,
thing.
the non-lethal self-defense platform, lightweight and simple to use. It uses.
And as they have decided to go after immigrants and these and things like that, and they've said, "Oh, they taking your black jobs. They taking your black jobs." Not really. They are obviously jobs that they want us to go back to, such as work in the fields. All right. Those immigrants that come into our country, they work the fields, something that we ain't done in a long time. And clearly he is trying to make us go back to the fields.
Okay, let's unload this statement real quick by Jasmine Crockett, who has just now said one of the most racist things I've seen in a long time. That's really racist what she said. She says that we're trying to get rid of illegals so that we can make room to put the black people back in the fields. And they're not going back in the fields. Why? Are you too good to go back into? I mean, like, what if I was out there working with you guys? Like, my first job was putting on roofs. I was a roofer. Then I was a framer. Then I worked my way up to doing electrician work. And then I decided that I wanted to do something else altogether and got into the automotive field. But a long story short, what she said was actually pretty damn racist to everybody. Back what I was saying earlier about Jasmine Crockett, the fact that she was educated in a extremely expensive schools. And she has a very diverse background in extremely upper echelon lifestyles. She puts on this ghetto girl front, and this is no joke. What has turned her in this direction of social activism is because when she was going to college and going to school, she was a victim of a hate crime. Where this is what she says. She actually has said this several times to journalists as they interviewed her, and she said that part of the hate crime involved the white supremacists who, instead of, they sent her a nasty letter calling her a lot of racist names, and they used clippets out of magazines and Elmer's glue and like glued together a collage of words and then mailed it to her and several other collegial friends of hers. And then after that was said several times, there was efforts made by independent journalists to actually dig into things, that contacted the colleges where she went and asked them, do you know anything about this? They didn't know anything about this. They called and investigated the lawyers that she said represented her in these cases that stemmed of some hate crime. And they had no record of anything related to that. They had no idea what they were talking about, the people that were investigating this, which means that it was a hoax. It was a Jesse Smollett of epic hoax, so that she could have a victim mentality or a victim platform to run off of, so that she could invoke a emotional response out of people, so that she could have a give me card to do what she does. Jasmine Crockett is a hoax. She is a fake, a fraud. She is everything that we talk about so far as of self-imposed victimhood mentality for empowerment and having a rage-based thought system that should be unchecked because of the things that they said they went through. She's experienced none of that. Sure has. Makes me mad. DOJ identifies Chinese nationalists as companies directly aiding Mexican drug cartels and supplying fentanyl precursors to Mexico. That's pretty wild. This is why I quit smoking the weeds. And I think that there are a lot more attacks waged upon American citizens other than social media and algorithms. I think that they figured out ways to get to people in many different ways in the United States in a slow 1,000 cut type thing. And one area of people that you want to go after and weaken or anybody that's what are you going to go to your doctor? I don't feel right today, doc. Well, what's wrong? I don't know. You're not going to tell them that you've been smoking a bunch of weed that you bought from some dude off the street. You might tell him, yeah, I do, but that how can he actually figure out what if you have a real doctor, not one of the ones that flies airplanes upside down? But anyways, when they're doing stuff to substances and attacking a group of people that won't be able to do anything about it because the what they're into is going to keep them from actually trying to find what's really wrong with them, because they're going to blame the stuff that they do on what's wrong with them and know that they can't quit, whether it be fentanyl, whether it be weeds, whether it be anything. So I decided that it was in my best interest to move on from that and try to, bless your heart, people out there that still do that. Fine. I have no qualms about it one bit soever, but just know that just a good chance that things aren't what you think they are. And you probably need to really keep that in check, because we're under a huge amount of attack. Just like woke Portland area Democrat county commissioner resigns after being indicted for 8 felony counts related to stealing tens of thousands of dollars from an elderly man. Melissa Fireside, this is who this is right here. But this Portland, Oregon right now went down the tubes. I don't know if you know this or not, guys. But yeah, Portland, Oregon's in big, big, big trouble. Yeah. Let me make sure I've been flipped around to articles and I haven't been able to keep up with my peeps over here. By the way, if you're new to this channel, man, thank you so much for being here. Like Melinda, thank you for being here. Jack, I'm just giving you a big, big hugs. Donald Williams, Army, what's going on? Oh, John Renke. Did I get it right? It's for sale. Yeah. Let's see. Army. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Unburdened by what has been. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Just a big, huge. Let's see. I had positive battery cable rod off. It has fuses on there. I chopped into the harness and it tried to wire around. The only thing doesn't work is the alternator. I need a free diagram. Wait a minute. I can help you. I need to do live streams on my Fix It channel and I get people to do call-ins because I'm really good at this. What kind of truck is that, the dude? No, I'll tie this into our thing. I want to wire all there. But anyways, yeah, look at the crazy fucker. Hey, thank you for picking up my slack, dude. Yeah, he's on the right path. Yeah, okay, you're good. I mean, you're good there. Yeah, that's. But a lot of people they can't facilitate that. Yeah, you're probably in a lot better position than most people are. Yeah, thanks, Melinda. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mitch. I really appreciate you too. I do, really, man. This is great. I got a wonderful group of people that hang out here in these chats. And we love to help each other, guys. That's what we do out here. I had a pull apart. I hit a pull apart and found an old Mazda. Didn't look at it. It was looking at other parts. And I just needed, oh, yeah. Ooh, Mazdas. Yeah, thanks, illegals. Isn't that neat? YouTube actually sent out some stuff. But so we're going to dig back into what's going on with Portland, Oregon, guys, with this dirtbag. Dirtbag. When I think of dirtbag, I think of Al Green, the guy that's like waving his pimp cane around like, yeah, I'm going to impeach Trump. I'm trying again. He's going for a second round of that too, by the way. Stupid Al Green. God, could you imagine what it would look like at a swingers convention with Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Al Green, Al Sharpton, Joe Biden makes a special celebrity appearance. He comes in there. My gosh, he'd be like, whoops, I was looking for the KY, but I think I put icy hot down there, but it'll be all right. Maxine Waters like, this is good for my sinuses. Anyways, I don't know why I even thought of that. Why do I think of that? What's wrong? What is up with that? Anyway, so woke BLM supporting Portland area Democrat county commissioner resigned on Friday after being indicted on 8 felony counts of theft, identity theft, forgery. What kind of county is this? Clackamas County Commissioner Melissa Fireside was charged with 8 felony counts, and she stole tens of thousands of dollars from an 83-year-old man. She's like, I learned it from Act Blue. I saw Act Blue do this. Yes, but Act Blue took small amounts here and there and actually didn't even use their money. They just used their account, dummy. Did this stupid, God almighty. Anyways, Melissa Fireside was elected in November of 20. Just got elected too, by the way. Oh, that kind of reminds me of David Hogg. Woo, boy, the Democrats have got some buyer's remorse on David Hogg. David Hogg, he's like, I've just been elected the vice chair of the DNC. Let's cut $600 million checks to make me a social media network, everybody. What? Yeah, this is going to be great. I gotta buy me a Ferrari so I can ride around and do DNC stuff in. Like, yeah. David Hogg, could you invest some of that money that you're stealing from the DNC into possibly a feeding tube so that you won't have a wrist the size of a number 2 pencil? I mean, just kind of wondering, David Hogg. But anyways, the defendant on or between September 17th, so she got elected in November, and then immediately September 17th goes right to work. On September 26th, and the Clackamas County, Oregon, did unlawfully and knowingly commit theft of money of the total value of $10,000 or more, property of Arthur Wayne Patron. And the indictment reads, was this a non-white person too, by the way? I mean, is it wrong when I see the word Patron? I kind of think of like, anyways, I shouldn't do that. Melissa Fireside stole an additional $5,000 from Arthur Wayne Patron, according to the charging documents. The defendant on or between September 19th and Clackamas County, Oregon, separate district criminal episode from the counts 1 or 2 above did unlawfully and unknowingly commit theft of money of the total value of $1,000 or more of the property, which that's get into the felonies. And further alleges that the property stolen valued $5,000 more than the indictment read, and then according to the indictment, Melissa Fireside used forged signatures to wire promissory notes for $30,000. Now, if I'm not mistaken, promissory notes, that sounds like dollars, because that's what they say on when you get a 10. This is a promissory note of $10 worth of something. Anyways, but Clackamas County considered this weekend. The statement issued, Clackamas County Chair Craig Roberts personally requested Commissioner Melissa Fireside's departure. Officials announced she submitted her resignation later on Friday, effective immediately. I recognize that for many of the decisions soon enough. I will not know difficult. Where's the jail time at? She was also elected as commissioner in November, replacing former county leader Mark Scholl. Although the allegations against Fireside were publicized just this week, she was indicted for first-degree aggravated theft and first-degree theft, 2 counts of a computer crime, 2 counts of identity theft, and 2 counts of first-degree forgery on February 20th. This dude was going to die. He was 83. I should be able to get that money. Ain't nobody going to know what's gone. He's 83. He's going to die. No, ma'am. This 83-year-old just so happened to check his bank account daily. Oh, Portland, Oregon, Democrat. By the way, your federal Democrats are stealing all your money through USAID. Just a little something. A little something. And, oh my goodness. Another one right here. Another one. DOJ fires the Trump DOJ fires a pardoned attorney. Okay, how many people I still got watching here? My wife's here. Yay, baby, go back to sleep. You need to be asleep. What are you doing awake? Gotta get up in the morning. Jamie Cope, the dude, BEERU. I love classic country. Real good stuff. How old is Dirt and Steel Rock Hard and Play Hard? Yeah, I'm getting there. But I woke up. Okay, I'm probably me over here. Like I get loud. Anyhow, she's like, what is going on in there? What is he doing? I'm doing the news, honey. Yeah. Trump DOJ fires pardon attorney who was responsible for advising Biden on granting mass clemency to convicts, including violent people that did deletions. Liz Oyer. This is Liz Oyer. Oyer. Look at that pretty smile. I'm an evil lady. I'm an evil lady who's gonna let out. Like, what the world? What was why would they do that? If you don't know by now, the Democrats and the globalist elite, they all run together, and some Republicans do too, and they do not want us to have a safe country. They do not want us to thrive. They will go as far as releasing very violent criminals back out on the street and tell them, don't you worry about a thing. Just go and annihilate your neighbor as soon as you get. The guy that testified against you in court because he thought that you were going to be in jail and on death row with the rest of life, and to worry about you ever getting out. Yeah, when you get out, I want you to go and do something bad to him. Don't worry, we're not going to do anything to you. Don't worry. Yeah, he's a Trump supporter. Just go ahead. Kick his dog too. You heard about that? The two non-white ladies who kicked that man's dog. Yeah. That's what's happening. She let these people out. By the way, Joe Biden doesn't even know what he did, has no idea all the executive orders he signed because he wasn't signing them. That's a for real thing. Where's it at? Right here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. State AG set stage to have all Biden pardons, executive orders, and other actions legally voided. This can actually happen. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some pushback in that Supreme Court because Ketchup Brown ain't going to have it, dude. Ketchup Brown, Comey Barrett, Sotomayor, Orlo, they are not going to have. They were like, we want violent criminals. We want this. They told me they'd kill my Fluffy. Yeah, it's not going to be good, guys. Let's see here. I want to, that's, see, I don't know if you know this or not, but Joe Biden was supposedly signing all these executive orders and stuff, and has no clue that he did them because he didn't. They used a robot stamp, like a robot signature thingy. So there's a good chance, and this can be proven through computer, the same kind of stuff that you would use to verify legal signatures for court use, and that same kind of technology they would use to be able to pin a letter onto a convicted somebody to put this person away from life. They use the same technology and have figured out that Biden's signature is not legitimate. These were made up signatures. And that means that if that's the case, then that these can be thrown out. And the guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but if they did that, then they would be able to nullify the pardons that were given to people like Fauci. I don't know about the ones to Hunter, because I bet you that, I'm pretty sure Joe Biden signed those. I'm about to bet you $100 that Joe Biden definitely signed those. But it would be on if they, I know, me too. Yeah, I would. Yeah, if that happened, I would be getting charged with a hate crime. I think somebody kicked my dog. They would be beat down city on the street. She was married to Lemmy. Who was married to Lemmy? Who? Oh, what did I miss? I missed some of the. That would reverse a lot of problems. You're right. Fauci needs something. We all seen it live on TV. Yeah, I watched him lie openly, and got caught. This was the early days too. This is before we even had all the documents. Fauci's in big trouble if they can dang undo these pardons. And Millie too. Could you imagine? I'm gonna do a Joe Biden whisper. Could you imagine? I mean, to be honest with you, Kash Patel arrested a couple of soldiers for selling out some secrets to China. I'm disappointed because it's only 2, but it's a start. What? Hi, everybody! Huge news today. Help me out. I've been doing a live stream for an hour, and so new stuff is popping out while we're talking. So help us out. Bring it to the table, Swalento. I'm all ears. Survive with Terry. You missed my story about me moving a trailer with my own truck that I lived in. Yep, it was free. That's redneck. I did that. Biden sold so many secrets to China. I know. I mean, I'll take the 2 arrests, but I'm like, come on, man. Can we? Let me see here. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. I want to show you guys something. Since you want to talk about arrests, just oh shit. I mean, damn it. Hold on. I messed up. Maybe let me see here. Let's see. Al Green. I'll show you. I'm going to show you something about Brandon Johnson. I'll find it real quick. I clicked the X. God almighty. Lunatic Representative Al Green. Yeah, that guy. To file second Trump impeachment attempt for Trump promoting incivility. Okay. Here. No, it's TMZ. I can't play it. Yeah. TMZ. That guy, man, TMZ is they're, you know what's funny is I think that they're behind what happened to Anne Heche. I think that they actually arranged the whole thing to happen and knew to be there right there at the scene. Then when she come busting out of that body bag and they shoved her back in there and told them that, oh, she's not with us anymore. Yeah, Anne Heche is gone. Like, really? She was fine a minute ago. Where's it at? I was going to show you something. Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? Kash arrests 2 soldiers for sharing intel with China. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show you guys. I can't believe I did that. Oh, well, I lost it. Getting late, guys. Let me see here. Representative Tim Burchett is doing some really crazy stuff here. Cringeworthy. This is cringeworthy. This is kind of new. This popped up while I was streaming. Here you go.
We're joined together by this noble dream. You got that? So it's just all the good people, but the second line, part of this family, and the last line, we're joined together by this noble dream. Do that with me. This is a song for all the good people. Come on.
I haven't seen this. So this Dr. Francis, former director of the National Institute of Health, Obama, Trump, Biden, is going to sing us a song. He hits that guitar and the mic comes live. He's about to this old hippie. Next week on This Old Hippie.
This is a song for all the good people. We're joined together by this noble dream. Well, this is a song for all of those dreamers. We're looking for answers to come our way. Scientists, doctors, students, all seekers, we share in the...
Okay, I'm sorry. This is where we're at, guys. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah. But back to the China. He arrests the people in China. Kash Patel does. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is what we're up against. You realize that? You realize that that this is our opposition. Oh, we've got to do a better job at resisting these people. My goodness. Fauci was married to the head of the NIH, by the way. You know, Fauci, the guy, he was married to the head of the NIH, which she has stepped down now recently, but I don't know. Let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything, guys. I guess we're going to slippity slide. Well, look, we'll go through the chats. We'll hang out in the chats for a minute there. Make sure I don't forget anything. Man, dude. Oh, this is good. New Zealand's most senior diplomat in the UK ousted for mocking President Trump. Yeah. See, he mocked President Trump, and now he's done.
Phil Goff, New Zealand High Commissioner. I was rereading Churchill's speech to the House of Commons in 1938 after the Munich Agreement. And he turned to Chamberlain, he said, you had the choice between war and dishonor. You chose dishonor, yet you will have war. President Trump has restored the bust of Churchill to the Oval Office, but do you think he really understands history?
I will limit myself to saying that in this time, and I did it myself, I quoted Sir Winston Churchill, and I think he has made very timeless remarks.
Yeah, just like British humor. It's not funny. Nothing funny about that. But he ends up, he steps down. He wants to make fun of Trump, but now he's ousted. That's pretty cool. I can deal with that. Oh, let's see here. Let me get back over here and let's check out. We're gonna wave a hand at everybody in the chats because you guys are just awesome, by the way. Really appreciate everybody being here, hanging out. Everyone that spoke out on social media platforms about the flu and the future got a censorship. Yes, they did. Still messing with me to this day. YouTube's still big mad at me. They do not like me at all. They're like, "You son of a gun." I'm trying to break out of the algorithm, but it's just like they got a thing on me. They got a thing on me, and it sucks, man. Crazy fly-throughs. Biden pardon a list of Epstein list peculiarly similar. Yeah. They used a firing squad for capital punishment today. They did. Didn't a man ever request that or something? He was like, he was on the death row and that's how he wanted to go out. Or is that how that went down? I'm have to look into that. It wasn't windy tonight, but we had a lot of fire rolled some by. Nothing worse than trying to ride down the road. What's my here, dude? You roll one up while we ride down the road, and he like every turn he takes is like 80 miles an hour. Like, come on, man! God Almighty, I'm trying to. The stuff's going everywhere, and he's banging the big 12-inch speakers in the trunk. Anyways, been there. So Cro-Magnon, man. Let's see here. We're all rednecks in Oklahoma. Yeah, had a lot of fun down here. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican, but Al Green was the guy in those. That guy's a whack job, but still stood his ground. You have seen him. Yeah. TSA going to be privatized. Hunter broke blue city mayors and hot water, lots of things. Yeah, I heard about that. TSA getting fizzled down. It's pretty epic. TSA was good at one thing, grabbing your balls. That was about it. They're like, what's this right here? It's like, I know that you don't have any, and so you don't know what this feels like, but those are my balls, and I wish you'd please let them go. Are you sure about that? Wave the wand around. Is that graphene oxide in those oxide in these? And so, yeah, not good. There's serious mess. Practice in the next Democrat runner. Dang. I meant to put 369 autocorrect and put 365. Damn, you autocorrect. That's okay. I forgot how many days was in the year not long ago. That'd be corrected. I'm not a dayologist. Anyways, I know. I don't know if I'd say that not all of them, because some of them probably were legitimately signed by him, which then kind of is legal. if they could prove that he was installed, would that have any effect? I mean, that's just all hopium. That would not happen. But they may nullify some of those pardons, though. That could be a thing. Oh boy, could you imagine Jasmine Crockett? Then Jasmine Crockett's poor little head would be turning around like in that movie, whatever their head turns around like 100. Was it what movie? I don't know. They be doing that. The Congress is already bought and paid for. The guy strumming the guitars is yeah. Jamie Caps, and you can be a black person and still be a white supremacist. Yes, that is the new white supremacist. By the way, if you decide that you're like, you people on the Democrat side are pretty evil because you wouldn't even stand up for a poor black kid with cancer because Trump liked him. Biden could have done that, even though he's like got the dementia and stuff. Couldn't somebody on his PR team be like, look, Biden, I know you can't speak or finish the sentence, but what you're going to have to do is we're going to do a little Make-A-Wish thing, and that'll help your public image. But no, these people are so evil. They were so focused on screwing Americans in the butt because they thought they could do it again in 2024 that they never even thought about trying to do a public relations thing where it makes people like you. Biden could have been the crappiest president in the world, but hit it all with PR stunts like that. Didn't even think about it. Trump's a good dude, and he does PR stuff. Only people that can't like him are people without a soul. That's true. Neely Spivey, what's up? I'm over here. Now I forgot about I'm hanging out on Rumble too. Yeah, Rumble's algorithm is actually, I think it's better than Twitter's. I get more views on Rumble. I was doing Twitter's and I decided to quit. I don't mind. I'm still on there. Like if you go on my Twitter page, you'll see where I'll put together some of my shows. I bookmark a lot of things so I don't overpost things and get like a spam thing. But like a lot of times I'll find articles and just kind of archive them over on Twitter because it's easy to find. But other than trying to grow a social media platform over there, I just gave up on that. I had my blue check mark, but when it was time to renew, doesn't matter. By the way, I got like 2,900 followers. Probably 2,700 of them are bots with boobs that try to DM you and go, "Hi, I'm just wanting to have a good time and I'm really loyal." I'm like, no, there's 3 of you Chinese chicks right here. So it's really, bless Elon Musk's heart, but since he's been really busy with Trump and everything, he's sort of left Twitter, and that chick looks like Blossom. Hands, like not the chick looks like Blossom when it was Blossom, but the chick looks like Blossom when it was with the Big Bang Theory. Linda Yashar Carando, whatever her name is, she's got it all screwed up. Yeah. Oh, Z, it's going good, dude. We just did like an hour and a half stream, and now I'm just sort of hanging out in the comment sections, just warming up to you guys a little bit. They're kind of giving everybody a nice little digital hug because it's a big world out there. It's a small world too. But we're here to like head off corruption with a collective conscience. So if you ain't going to do that to us, basically where we're at. Jamie Caps, aim small, miss small. Yeah. What about first black president birth certificate being falsified too? Well, that's actually been talked about for many years. Don't know how well that's going to actually come to light. But anyway, Survival Terry, checking you out. Z just finished building an oxygen kennel for one of my dogs. Amazingly how well they work. Huh. Yeah. Punk Rock, Frank Bishop, Melinda Baker. You may have sniffed him. The dude. Very good historian data. Yep. All right. Well, I believe what we're going to do is we're going to, I think, there was pretty good chatter on the radio earlier, but everybody's gone. Listen to this. That man's really drunk behind me on the radio. Bunch of locals out hanging out, so we're going to probably ride out. And the dude, we will not kneel to tyranny. This is, We will not kneel to tyranny. You've nailed that. We will not kneel to tyranny. We will not kneel to their narrative. We will not be told to get in our box and shut the hell up. That sure ain't going to happen. What we will do is we will build a foundation. What's up, Frank Bishop? A foundation of resistance. I had to think of a good word without cussing. That was what I'm trying to. How can I not cuss on this one? But our resistance level is strong, guys, and we resist evil. They when they had their T-shirts on at the Trump speech, and they were like resist when they got up and stood or turned their backs. They didn't want to resist good. They wanted to resist good. They wanted to resist God. They wanted to resist sustainability. They want to resist a sustainable life. So therefore, we resist them. But we are a larger quantity. We are the majority. And that means we will prevail. It won't be easy and it won't happen overnight. But the thing is we're not going away. Our Tea Party movement that Obama made fun of is now manifested into a thing called Make America Great Again. And if you if you let a yard go, and you don't tend it long enough, you still have a yard, but it doesn't look very good. And sometimes the weeds take over and all your grass goes away. And if you ever fought dandelions and different things to make a nice yard, yeah, I'm getting sort of that age of a dad mode where I get out there on a 0-turn mower just because, I want to get the leaves up. Well, you got to maintain that thing, and it takes a while, and you got to fight it back. You've got to bring it back, and it takes a little bit. And by the way, UFO or Frank Bishop, things are excellent. We feel great. Our mental state is 100%. Our physical state about 79 to 89%. Back hurts a little bit, but other than that, that's just from hard work that's paid off over the years. I can still grab a titty and get a hard on. My neighbor used to say that, and he was like 80, so that was his way of gauging life. I'll never forget that guy. His name was damn, I can't forget the guy. Melvin Brown. Yep. I'd say, how you doing, Melvin? He'd come over there and say, I can still grab a titty and get a hard on. He was like old. I'm like, no, I don't know if he could or not, but in his mind he could. So whatever. I want to keep that state going, Inside MAGA's populist movement, yes. No, he did pass away, but not long ago. He lived to be like 90-something years old, but he lived for a long time, and he was a cool old dude. Yeah, one of the best bands. I'm so blessed to be a man that loves women. My wife, yeah, me too. I've got a super hot wife with nice boobs, and she loves me. And people tell me stories about their marriage, and and I go, I can't say anything because I'm like, well, mine's not like that. I mean, I don't know how. I'm like, no, my wife's really not like that. She's really awesome. You see all this stuff behind me? I said, if I get this whole room. And I do whatever. You watch my other YouTube channel where I do all this fun stuff with hit and miss engines and old vehicles and, the things that I do. And what you see here is only a small portion of it, surrounded. And so she allows me to be me, and she supports what I do here, and I support her too. Though it's different things, but truly blessed, and she's beautiful, absolutely beautiful knockout lady. And with a work ethic and a credit score of 830. So it's just great, man. And I'm not trying to be better than anybody, but I'm just saying, you can achieve these goals if you keep your mind positive. You don't allow to be sold a narrative of some kind of negative life. That victimhood mentality gets you nowhere. We won't do that. We're not going to do that. Yeah, to be all free. Yes, Frank Bishop. So we're going to wrap it up, guys. Get something to drink. My coffee that I was drinking earlier, it's got cold, but I think I'm going to switch over to a nice big glass of water with no fluoride in it. No, sirree, buddy. Great filtered water with no fluoride. We're going to drink that water because we don't drink sodas because we don't want nanoparticles floating around our brain. Yes, she does, MC. When we first met, I was starting to build that bike. I think we were about 6 months into the relationship when I started building that 4-motor motorcycle from scratch. She came over to the house one day and seen me in the building with a mobile home frame and a bunch of engines laid out. I said, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to build this motorcycle with 4 engines. She's like, well, okay. And there's videos and there's images of us in this little building that I had before I had built my bigger shop. of it, of us working on it in there. She was hanging out. I'm in there cutting stuff with the torch. She was videotaping me. It was a big thing, man. That was, gosh, built, I mean, 2016 or 2018. I can't remember what year it was. She's going to get mad at me. But anyways, that was a thing. Yeah. And pray for freedom. Exactly. Yeah. Good night, Z. Good night. We're going to, like I say, sadly, they don't make women like that anymore. I'm hoping Elon's robot women because that are single, that are engaged at 25. You know what? Hey, they do survivability. Your survivability. He's got a story that breaks my heart. He told me, I won't never forget what you told me about that. I'm not going to tell everybody because you don't want your business out there, but I'll never forget that story. And that makes me sad for you, dude, because you're a good dude. And I know that, there's a lot of situations where people are lonely. So, but there's hope out there, but you've got to be yourself. You can't meet somebody and conform to that person to try to be with them. You're going to have to just be yourself. And don't settle for I can say this much. Madonna might be old and ugly now, but she wrote a pretty good song about don't settle for second best. Put yourself to the test because you got to make her express how you feel. But no, I mean, it can happen, dude. It really can. And I have faith. I think it will. Maybe you'll meet somebody here in the chats one day. You'll be hanging out and you'll find a nice single conservative lady who's hanging out. It could be, I don't know who, but maybe it's Lunachick. I don't know, but maybe y'all could get together. I don't know where Lunachick is at. I don't know her status, but wouldn't that be neat if you could one day look back on and be in the chats and say, I've met somebody inside the show, this thing, and that'd be awesome. Yeah. I hate spell check on my phone too. It makes me stupid. Preps are not a bad idea. No, they're not. They're not, dude. All right. Well, big hugs, everybody. Thank you again. Just really, dude, y'all are wonderful. And we'll get some more content out over the weekend. I got a big day. Getting ready to do a big addition on my building out here. I'll do a little video on that on my other channel, but I've been slowly conglomerating because we moved. And so all my stuff is at my other house and my big shop. And I'm just trying to get things over here. And we're gonna do a big metal building in the other end of the property. But right now with financial situations, till we get a little bit more ahead with the house and other things, that's going to have to be on put a hold. So I tore down an old building and got all the tin off of it last weekend. I did that. I got like 40 sheets of 14-foot long tin off an old building I tore down. My wife was actually helping me. I'm on the roof pulling off big sheets of tin. She's down on the bottom loading it in the truck. It was pretty good. So we've got a bunch of tin. I've got to go to Lowe's tomorrow and buy some materials. I got some screws that just came in. We're going to start hammering that out, and that'll be where I'm going to put either my car's going to go under the next stall. I'm going to do hit and miss motors in that one, but I'll do a little vlogging on that, guys. So check that out on my other channel that you'll find one day. I don't want to name it on this thing here because too many eyes watch that don't like me. But you guys have a great weekend. Swallowita, big hugs too. Thank you. You guys are amazing out here. And I will see you guys soon. Neely Spivey, thank you for being here. I'm getting ready for confirmation session that came earlier this year in Alaska. I can't wait for the Doge to get to, oh gosh, that damn, what is that woman's name? Murkowski. Isn't she nasty? Isn't that who was involved with Alaska now or something like that? Yeah. Crazy Flucka. Yes. Yeah. And you too, Survival Terry. Be praying for you, dude. You're a good man. You deserve good. Something good will come about it, man. I promise you, dude. Take it easy, Carrie. Have a good one. Melinda Baker, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. You too, Frank Bishop. Z, take it easy. And I hope to see you guys next stream. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We're going to do our outro, guys, and not screw it up. I always screw it up every time. Dave made me this outro, and I love it, man. It makes me feel special. Take it easy, guys. You're special too. We out.